Here are the things that healthy relationship cost you. Hi, I'm Musta and welcome to my channel. By the title of this video, you already know what we are gonna talk about. I'm gonna be brutally honest in this video and I'm gonna help you find healthy love. I'm in a 5-year long relationship and most of it was long distance. Didn't think that I was someone who would get into a healthy relationship. I've always seen toxic relationship, and to be very honest, even I didn't know how to get out of it. I had really bad abusive relationships, and let me break this to you. A healthy relationship will not complete you. It will confront you in the most brutal but gentle way. It will cost you your emotional walls, your need to be always right, and your familiar but toxic traits like your habits. And it's gonna be so uncomfortable. What you will gain out of this will be so much more. A healthy relationship might seem like soft hugs, cuddles, lazy Sunday, and then picnic under a tree, but it's actually not that. We constantly talk about red flags, but what if there are none? Or maybe it's you who's bleeding from your past relationship and turning that beige flag into red. This video is for people who really want to make a change into their dating habits and the kind of people they have dated before. This video is to tell you how much a genuine healthy relationship costs you and how it's worth paying for. It costs you your defenses, and when I say that, I want you to know, if you are someone like me who loves deeply, you cannot protect your heart and love deeply at the same time. You have to let one thing go. In the beginning of my relationship, I used to think about this cannot be true. Like, I cannot be in a healthy relationship. Push myself to sabotage it. I used to ask my sister, don't you think it's too good to be true? For me, the things that he was doing without even me asking or giving hints, what does he want from me? And to be very honest, every time he used to say things like, I want to talk to you about something, I always used to think that he's gonna break up with me, that he's gonna tell me that he has a side chick. And he used to talk about some random things like coming to meet me for the weekend. He made sure that the distance never comes between me and him. And I used to take my romantic advices from Instagram and all those quotes which used to come very often before. What that taught me was to never tell your partner what happened to you in your past relationship. It was uncomfortable for me to expose that side of me which got hurt, which was vulnerable. But the discomfort I felt while discussing or before discussing was nothing compared to the calmness and love that I felt and I got in return of sharing something so vulnerable. And I guess that was everything for me. We all say that I want to be honest and I want honesty in the relationship, but do you think you can sit while the other person is telling you how you have hurt them? Because you can easily play the victim, explain that like I got hurt, but can you sit there while the other person is telling you that like I'm hurt? Can you sit there and then understand what the other person is saying? Because that is the true meaning of honest relationship. And the second one is the most difficult one for me personally. It will cost you control. Just healthy love does not let you manipulate. At some point in my life, I was someone who used to manipulate situation to get out of a fight. What healthy relationship also demands is truth. I mean, when I started dating him, I used to kind of play games, and to be very honest, we all did this. I mean, we all have played games in such some sort of a relationship, but relationship does not need tactics or tricks. It really needs you to tell you things honestly and truthfully. You just tell the other person how you feel, how things happen. One thing that he did was to acknowledge my patterns. I had a pattern of getting upset, fighting, and then getting okay, like in within seconds. I used to pick fights for every little things because that was my pattern which I was continuing from my last relationship. I learned it from my ex, and that led me to him, and he told me that I'm gonna fight you over everything and anything that you want me to fight about, but then we are gonna have an honest discussion over it. We are gonna talk about what's bothering you, and then I can have my time react to your actions, and then we can get on the same level. You can't shut me up, you can't use silence to control the situation. But for me, it was not like this. It was for me to overreact, fight, and then when my meltdown was over, then to calm down and then come back crawling. Something that I did realize in this relationship was that I cannot play games anymore. Like, I need to be honest. This is something that a lot of people struggle with, is that it will cost you your identity, your old identity, which allowed you to fall into bad habits, fall into bad patterns. It will cost you that identity, which did not let you grow into a better person. That identity which did not give you space to heal. You know how we realize that we have a new version of ourselves? I'm telling you, the version who helped you survive in chaos, in toxic environment, in toxic relationship, will not be calm, will not understand peace, will not understand a healthy relationship. It will only push you to create drama. It will push you to test other people's boundary and to break your boundary just for the sake of a little bit drama that can just make you feel alive again. I was out with a couple of my friends and we were just talking, and she was telling me that, now I'm in a healthy relationship, I do not know what to do. I said, sometimes I crave that anger, I crave, getting disappointed. And I feel like at that point, my friends were looking at me in a very concerned way, and I feel like I don't blame them. I was in the longest cycle of my life where I was just dating bad people who did not understand consent, who did not understand my boundaries, who did not understand me emotionally, and that pushed me to always run for the next thing that will hurt you more, just to make me feel something. Because I'm telling you, love is not something that you feel constantly, but pain, disappointment, hurt is something that can actually be felt like very prominently. So I was rushing, and I was kind of in the middle of seeking that hurt again, which was a bad habit of mine, which I had to let go. I had to let go of that Husna who craved drama, who craved fight just to feel something in the relationship. The fourth one is that it cost you your need to be right. And I don't know how to explain this to someone who does not understand. You'll cross so many lines just to be right. You'll not understand that there could be a middle ground. You will always understand that there is a win and there is a loss, and you do not want to end up on the loss side, which also comes from your past traumas. Because in the last relationship, losing means you cannot be right. Your feelings were not valid. Your opinion did not matter. And I feel like that comes with its burden to always be right. Whenever I meet someone who have this need, I also understand that they were coming from a place where they had to be right to survive. If you could have been wrong at that point, your partner might make you feel so bad that there is no other option than winning. And I'm sorry if you were in a relationship that made you feel like there's no middle ground. There's a middle ground, that's listening. The listening part also helped me let loose my pride, and I actually met a partner who was not there to just prove his point, who was there to listen to my feelings and then telling me that I am sorry that I hurt you, but I also have this feeling and you might have hurt me too. In a healthy relationship, there might not be a right and a wrong. There might be a gray area where you both have hurt each other and both want to make it work. So you try out different versions of the same situation and try to make sense of what the other person was going through. Like I said, I was in a long distance relationship, and the distance was so much. There was a lot of scope of misunderstanding and fights and arguments, even though we tried to make it work, but there was so much distance to cover. We both have had our emotional weaknesses, our emotional meltdowns, and we both have come to each other and said that, I don't know how to do this, but you know what, I would like to try. Healthy relationship is not perfect, and I learned this in the most beautiful way, because it will not push you to be perfect. It will only push you to be better version of yourself than yesterday. It's just about you. A perfect relationship does not exist, but a healthy one does. And it's not easy, it's not simple at all. It has so many variants to it. A healthy relationship will help you heal, will help you grow, and will help you reach your potential. It will help you be better without you losing yourself. And yes, healthy relationship costs you your comfort zone but gives you clarity. It does cost you your walls, but it gives you windows. It costs you your ego, but it gives you so much peace, gives you so much healing. If you are in a relationship which is helping you grow, helping you heal, stay on to that. And if you are someone who is in a relationship that is breaking them, I want you to know that it's time to let go. That toxic relationship was never meant to be yours. Your love is so much appreciated, but only in the right place.